To optimize the camera for a copy scene, meaning if you're taking pictures of text in a book, for example, you'll want to set the program mode. You'll want to make sure the flash is turned off. You may need to use the macro mode. You'll want to set the ISO, the white balance, and you'll certainly want to test the focus after you've captured the image. Let's get started by setting the program mode. Just turn the mode dial to the letter P. The program mode, much like the auto mode, will set the camera's shutter speed and aperture for you. However, it gives you access to many other camera functions. Because more than likely you're going to be very close to the subject, you don't want to overexpose the subject by using the flash. So make sure the flash is pressed all the way down in its locked position. Since we're not using the flash, and assuming you're indoors in a low light situation such as a library, you may need to set the ISO. This will help you increase the shutter speed so you can handhold the camera. Go ahead and press the ISO or up navigation button right here, and use the control dial to move this around. Now you'll want to start with something like 400 or even 800 at first and see what shutter speed this results in. The idea is to maintain a shutter speed above 1/30th, closer to 1/60th of a second. That way, you'll be able to handhold the shot and you won't have any motion blur. But you don't want the ISO set too high so that it starts creating too much image noise. Go ahead and press the set button to escape. Now, if you're within about 2 feet of your subject, you may need to use the macro mode. At first, you can try focusing on your subject without it. If the camera is not able to lock focus, go ahead and set the macro mode because it probably can't lock focus because you're too close. Press the left navigation or the flower icon right here. Press that again, and then press set or give it a second to go away. Now let's go ahead and select the proper white balance. Go ahead and press the function button right here in the center, and then use your up and down navigation buttons to choose the white balance function. Now you can use the control dial to move around, setting this appropriately. If you're close to a window and you have daylight on your subject, then you'll want to set this to daylight. However, I'm guessing most often this is going to be in an indoor situation, maybe at a library, so you'll want to set this to either tungsten or fluorescent, depending on the lighting used in that scene. Go ahead and press set to escape. Now you're ready to take your shot. Go ahead and compose the image the way you want it. Place the focusing square over the subject. In this case, it can be any text. Press the shutter button halfway to lock focus. Then you can either recompose the image if needed. You may not need to do that. Then press the shutter button the rest of the way to take the shot. Now you'll want to make sure that the camera was able to lock focus on your subject. To do so, press the playback button to see the image that was just captured, and use the zoom lever to actually magnify the image as much as possible. Now you can use your navigation buttons to move around the image. And if I move around, I can see that this image is in sharp focus.